Wait. You think this is just another cancellation notice, don't you? Let me tell you, if that's what you're thinking, you're about to lose some very precious marks in your exam. Seriously, this notice isn't just news, it's a gold mine of concepts that get repeated in exams again and again. So come on, let's dig into this gold mine and secure those marks.
You know, in exams like SSC and banking, this is exactly how examiners think. They pick up concepts from these official notices and frame questions around them. And you know what the biggest mistake is? Most students just completely ignore this stuff. But not you. Today, we're going to fix that mistake and learn how to squeeze marks out of every single word in this notice. Ready?
All right, Section 1. Let's jump right in. First things first, what is this breaking news all about? And more importantly, which posts have been canceled?
So here's the headline. The Staff Selection Commission has, well, canceled a few vacancies that were advertised under the Phase-13/2025 selection posts. Now, this is a really important update for all you candidates who might have applied for these particular posts.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics. As you can see, we're talking about posts like mud plaster, gallery attendant, painter, and laboratory attendant. All of these posts, and this is important, fall under the National Crafts Museum and Hastkala Academy, which is part of the Ministry of Textiles. So in total, 9 vacancies have been canceled. Just like that.
All right, let's move on. In Section 2, we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to look at this notice like a student. We're going to decode it from an examiner's point of view. We'll break down every single word to understand its real meaning, so there's absolutely zero confusion in the exam hall.
So the notice uses a specific term, user department. Ever wonder what that really means? It's simple. This is the final ministry or department where you'll actually be posted. In this particular case, the user department is the Ministry of Textiles. Now, here's the key takeaway, so listen carefully. SSC is just the recruiting agency. Think of them as the gatekeeper. They conduct your exam, but your final boss, your actual employer, will be the user department.
And then there's this other piece of official jargon, administrative constraints. It sounds super heavy, right? But honestly, all it means is that there were some practical problems, in the department's internal workings. It's a very standard, very common phrase you'll see in a lot of these government notices. Okay, this brings us to the big question, the million-dollar question, really. If the vacancies were canceled, what role did SSC play in this? Did the Staff Selection Commission make this call? What do you think? Take a guess.
And here's the answer straight from the horse's mouth. The notice itself clearly states, and I'm quoting here, SSC has no role in withdrawal/cancellation of vacancies. Boom. The meaning is crystal clear. This decision came from the user department, the Ministry of Textiles in this case, not from SSC. Remember this point. It is absolutely crucial for your exam.
Okay, so now that we've decoded the notice, let's use this as an opportunity to understand a bigger concept. What exactly is a selection post? How is it different from the big-name exams like CGL or CHSL? Let's dive into that in our third section. So, the process for a selection post is a little different from what you might be used to. First, a phase-wise notification comes out. Then you apply for very specific posts. There's a common computer-based test for everyone. But here's the interesting part. After the test, the scrutiny of your documents is done by the user department itself, not by SSC. And after that, you have the final selection. This comparison should clear up any confusion you might have. See, with selection posts, you get a huge variety of posts across many different departments, and each post can have unique eligibility criteria. So the competition is very specific to that single post. On the other hand, in big exams like CGL or CHSL, you have a limited set of posts, standard eligibility for everyone, and the competition is just massive and generalized. It's a completely different ballgame. All right, now we come to the most important part of this whole discussion. Section 4, the exam point of view. How do we take everything we've learned so far and turn it into actual marks? You are watching Ayushi Agrawal, and with me, you're going to learn how to extract marks not just from books, but from official notices just like this one. Let's try to get inside the examiner's head for a moment. Put yourself in their shoes. If you were setting the paper, how would you frame a multiple-choice question from this simple notice? Thinking like this is exactly what will put you ahead of the competition.
And here we have a perfect example. Look at this question. Who has the authority to withdraw vacancies advertised by SSC for a user department? Now, if you've been paying attention and you've read the notice carefully, you know the answer is, without a doubt, option B, the user department. And just like that, you've scored a confirmed mark from a simple notice. See how that works?
So the big takeaway here is that this one notice points you towards 4 high-yield topics for your general awareness section. You need to revise the functions and role of SSC, the relationship between SSC and user departments, the different types of government recruitment, and of course the official terminology used in these notices. Make sure you add these to your revision notes right away.
Now here's a classic examiner trap. The moment you see the words cancel and withdraw, you need to be on high alert. They are not the same thing. There's a subtle but crucial difference. SSC can cancel an entire recruitment process, let's say due to widespread cheating. But withdrawing a vacancy for a specific post, that power lies only and only with the user department. Please burn this difference into your memory.
And now for our final section. I want to share some practical and, I hope, motivating advice for all of you who might have been affected by this cancellation or are just preparing for future exams in general.
First things first, don't panic. Seriously, vacancy cancellations are unfortunately a part of this entire process. Your job is to always read official notices carefully. Don't just focus on the news headline, focus on the concepts behind it. For authentic information, stick to official websites like ssc.gov.in and always be ready for the next opportunity, because there will always be one.
And let's end this session with a thought-provoking question for you. Do you think recruitment bodies should provide more transparency, more details, than just citing administrative constraints? I'd love to know what you think about this, so please share your thoughts in the comments below.
If you found this breakdown helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. And do let me know in the comments what specific topic you want me to break down for you next.
Stay tuned to the channel for the next analysis. For more exam-oriented explainers just like this one, the link to the complete playlist is right there in the description below.